Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this is going to be our timeless tree of life spread. This message will come to you whenever you're ready to hear it, and more importantly, when you're ready to receive it. Before we get started though, I just wanted to thank you guys, to each and every one of you, for all the ways that you lift this channel up. Your support truly means the world and it makes the difference, and so I love you back. So let's see what is coming towards us, Virgos. What issue is at hand? Spirit, help guide us during this time with what we can work on, how we can come to the table best prepared and use the wisdom and your guidance. So energetically, you could be dealing with issues of basically being kind of beat down. You know, you could be dealing with overburden aspects. You could be dealing with low self-esteem. Could also be faced with some bullying aspects here. Some people that are coming to the table in a really petty, low vibrational way, where really the actions, the intents, the chaos coming towards you is due to jealousy. And so this is really where people are trying to tear you down to their level. And it's caused a lot of hardships for you. Not only has it made you question your spirituality, your faith at times, could be also putting you in positions of financial instability or financial difficulties. But what I would put it as is that it's really made you question yourself, and it's taken away your power. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to put these right here so that we know the issue at hand. And so what we've got here is the intention, the potential, our expression, the assistance coming in, important, the inner work, as well as positive encouragement that we can gain during this time, the emotional aspects that we're working with and needing to overcome, our thoughts on the situation, and more importantly, what we don't see coming, as well as the likely outcome. So let's take a peek at these. So first things first, we've got the intention. So what are your intentions during this time? So really, like I say, this has gotten you to kind of question yourself. Are you on the right path? You've encountered a lot of jealousy, a lot of bullying aspects, some manipulation, but it's led you to taking on more than you feel comfortable with. And really, this is where spirit, your intention in the situation is your diligence, your manifestation, your patience, and your trust in divine timing. And so this is a time where really you're coming to the table with the best intentions. You're focused on your work, especially with the Eight of Pentacles here. This is financial gain. This is what you're really going for. But it is taking patience, and it's trying your faith at this point as well. If you've been feeling like, you know, every door that you try and open is basically only going a crack, this is where, looking at the potential of the situation, Spirit is affirming for you. Now is the time to keep working. Keep looking towards your new opportunities. Keep working, towards your freedom. This is good outcomes along the way, and it leads to prosperity. The bullying, the manipulation, the trying to tear you down to their level, they're trying to knock you off this path. This is the potential, and this is your intention, and you're being guided through your intuition. And so now is the time to trust. And I know that's hard. Patience, very difficult for me at least, in times like this where it's just like, would you just come on and get out with it? But what I look at in a lot of ways when you're manifesting is when you have those conversations with the universe, it's important to be very specific. And I like the example in the way of, like, say, especially with financial difficulties, where it's like, hey, I want to be financially successful. I want to be financially secure, and I want to be financially free. Well, the universe says, okay, and they go back and they start manifesting potential outcomes to put you in that alignment of that path so that you can go towards that prosperity. Well, then if the next day you come to the table and you're praying and you say, Spirit, I don't just want financial freedom. I want to win it. I want to win the lottery. Then they're like, okay, well, that wasn't quite what I had been working out here with these potential opportunities to flow your way. So let me go back to the table. Let me look at some things here, see what I can align, see what I can encourage to try and align you with the idea that you're going to win, with the manifestation that you're going to win this money, not through job opportunities, but through the lottery, for instance, through deposits, through donation aspects in a lot of ways. And so, as you can see, it takes away what you had originally asked for, those job potential opportunities that Spirit was aligning you with, and now it's got to come in with a different avenue. It's got to come in with different opportunities put along your path so that you can choose the free will and take the opportunity as it comes. Take the opportunity when you know it's right. But it takes also listening to that intuition. And so really being cognizant of your conversation, your dialogue, how specific you're being in your aspects, in those concentrations of what path you want to follow when you speak to the universe is really important during this time. And with your expression, this is where truly by asking, being cognizant of what you're truly asking of the universe, this is where new paths will present themselves. You will be faced with choices, but more importantly, it's taking those opportunities full-heartedly with the desire to change. Now, for assistance that's coming in, that is really society and tradition and institutions. You may be looking with the Hierophant, of learning new aspects, going back to school, trying to teach yourself new avenues, get new tools under your tool belt, but more importantly, to look at the audience, to look at what you're truly, who you're working with, what you're truly trying to receive, how you're speaking to the universe, how you're working with your support systems. Who's coming in. And what I see in a lot of ways is that with the Hierophant, this is where the support system that you've built truly has your back. If you've been dealing with, missed opportunities or bullying, backstabbing, this is where people are truly seeing you as you are, not the lies that were told against you. They're seeing you in where how I would put it, I guess, is your actions are speaking your truth. Whatever lies were told are not lining up. And this is where your support system, your society, your community, who you come to the stage for, who are seeing you, they're really seeing you as you are. And it's coming across in a lot of ways as very angelic, very in tune with the universe. And like I say too, this is also about talking with the universe. The universe is seeing you and putting you in opportunities where there is support, not closed doors. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Share your story in the comments below, because this is truly where, if you've been feeling where you've been walking alone, if you've been feeling like you've been only encountering or calling in adversaries unintentionally, if you feel like you've been being torn down, having to dim your light, having your faith questioned, this is the time where Spirit really wants you to know that the divine walks with you. Now, for the inner work here, especially with our faith being tested during this time, especially with financial difficulties, which of course, desperate people do desperate things, it puts us in a different mindset, right? And so the internal work that we can really do during this time is coming to the table, or making sure that we come to the table as the Queen of Pentacles. This is where you come with servant leadership as a nurturing person, as a sensible person, grounded in your sensibility as well as your logic and practicality, but coming to the table grounded in your trust. That's where you'll find your security. That's where you'll find you are one with the universe. And by taking these practical actions, by focusing on your goals, by focusing on the fact that you truly are, believing that you truly are on the right path, this is what's going to help you during this time. And so now is the time really to truly hold that faith, hold that vision, because you are not in hardship for long. This too shall pass. Now, for positive encouragement during this time, Spirit is also saying, hey, there may have been a delay, absolutely, but it allows you to take time to pause. It allows you to step back, to heal from any type of hurt, from any type of pain, from any type of loss that you've been facing at this time, but more importantly, to step back and say, hey, you know what? What else can I learn from this? What is the wisdom that I can take from this? And more importantly, What additional education, what additional tools can I give myself? Can I build for myself to prepare for what's to come? This is where not only are you taking your power back, but what I see in a lot of ways with this is that you are standing in a place of not only the teacher, but also the student. You're being opened, not only with your third eye, but you're coming into the table with eyes open and knowing that there may have been a delay, but in a lot of ways, if you experience delays like that, Spirit is basically just helping you with a course correction. It allows you to step back, especially if you've been talking to the universe and calling in several different paths, focused, unfortunately, on negative energies where you're calling in what's not meant for you, but what more importantly others want for you as a way to tear you down. This is where you're rising to that challenge. You're staying the course, you're focusing with your patience, and you are keeping your faith. You're practicing your faith that good things will come. You only lose if you quit. That's your self-fulfilling prophecy. And more importantly, this is where it's like hold steady. Hold the vision, because good news is meant for you. This too is meant for you. This was not. This was to show you, are you sure, basically. And that's kind of the thing about pausing in a situation like this, especially with the divine. If you've gotten many different things that you've called out to the divine for, sometimes if they're conflicting, what Spirit will bring to you is an opportunity to pause, to take a step back, to reflect, but more importantly, to ask yourself, because the Spirit's asking you, are you sure? Are you ready? Now, for the emotional aspects coming into the table, especially if it's a question of are you ready? With 7 of Swords here, this is all about deceptions and lies. For the emotional aspects, this is manipulation, deceit, sneaky aspects, cheat, theft. And so this is where it's like, again, are you sure that's really what you want? This is what you encountered before, right? This is what was tearing you down. This is where people were trying to bring you, or how people were trying to bring you towards that level. And by carrying that energy, by carrying those wounds in the emotional aspects, this is going to be the greatest challenge within this. It's getting over, letting go of the deceit, letting go of the lies, the manipulation, setting yourself up in a place of peace as the Queen of Pentacles, and more importantly, taking that trust in knowing that you're building your security. No one can ever take what's meant from you, what's meant for you. And Spirit has a funny way of, if things were taken from you, if you encountered loss, financial instability, the divine has a silly way, or a fun way, I guess I should say, of having things circle back around for you that are truly meant for you. This is where you'll see open doors come, but it's only when you stand in your Queen of Pentacles position and have faith and trust in knowing that truly you are on the right path. Nothing can be taken from you that was truly meant for you. And for your thoughts on this, this really is where it's like you are walking into the unknown. You're utilizing your intuition, but more importantly, you're shining light on those shadows. You're shining light on the deceit, and you're more importantly standing your ground, standing up for your truth. So what I get in a lot of ways is that you were bullied into silence. This is where you're finding your voice. With your thoughts on it, it's shining that light on those aspects, making sure that the story, your story, is heard and your story is told. Now, what's unknown for this is that through that truth, through speaking your truth, standing in your light, shining your light for all to see, and no longer allowing others to dim your light or to tear you down to their vibrational energy, you're finding balance. The unknown is really that prioritization and focus of harmony. Now, what I also see, especially when it comes to the educational piece, this is about time management. And so it's also about trusting that process, developing a process for what you're building so that you can achieve that balance. And so that not only accompanies itself with your day-to-day tasks, your routines, your health choices, how you're lifting yourself up vibrationally, how you're cleansing your energy, and more importantly, how you're healing from any type of deceit or theft or manipulation. That's what's going to lead towards you raising up. And this is a message, like I say, of this is where you rise up. And the most likely outcome with this is that you're moving towards a place of calm. You're letting that go. A lot of you could be traveling as well, but what I see is you're moving into a new environment. You're overcoming that hardship, and you're achieving the stability that truly is meant for you. Now, Spirit, what additional messages do you have for us to guide us in this likely outcome or in this situation, especially with letting our truth be known? It's, especially with standing in our light, no longer allowing people to silence us or to take from us. I just love the fact that the High Priest is at the bottom of the deck as well. So again, this is where it's really the issues that have come on that may have been, really testing your faith or leading towards bad choices is the haunt, the anxiety, the panic. What comes to mind with the Nine of Swords for me is really desperate people do desperate things. By lowering your energy like that, by having to constantly be on guard, it's put you in a place of anxiety. It's put you in a place, too, where you're blaming the self. You're being a little hard on yourself in a lot of ways. And this is a burden that really isn't necessarily meant to be yours to carry, right? But it's put you in a place of nightmares. You could be, having trouble sleeping during this time as well. It's due to the temptations, the decoys, the superficiality, and more importantly, not knowing the direction to go. Should I give up or should I keep going? This is really where you'll be tested in this situation, in these lessons, and their personal challenges. Now is also the time what I get in this is that not only is there hidden wisdom in what you can learn through shining a light on these shadows, but it'll align you not only to your spirituality, to your faith, but this is a time to walk in silence. This is a time to be mysterious, to stand up against those tests with your third eye, with your alignment to the divine, utilizing your intuition and remaining grounded in your root chakra, and truly knowing that you are standing on a solid foundation. You're rational, coming to the table with analytical aspects, especially Virgos, it's what we do best, right? But coming to the table with your discipline, looking at balancing those day-to-day tasks, standing and balancing and how you're making your, true choices that lift you up, not tear you down, not letting people tear you down either, not giving people any which way to take from you or deceive from you and put you in a vulnerable place, but instead taking that power back and holding that power, standing that ground, but standing in a way of servant leadership, of love leadership, where you're standing very ethical. People are seeing you in your truth because you have no reason to hide. This is where, too, the more that you stand in your truth, the more others are being seen as the deceptors. They are being seen for their actions in the very same way that you are. And this is where conflict issues make way for ideas, and more importantly, clear the air of that sadness, clear the air of that trouble aspect, that anxiety, and more importantly, standing in that truth, letting that justice come to you in a call of action, really allows you to hold that vision with that Geminian energy here, and then also stand your ground with that Taurian energy. Side tangent too, you could be dealing with a Geminian, a Geminian or a Taurus at this time. Also too, possibly dealing with a Scorpio. But what I really see throughout all of this is that by bracing for hard times, by learning the dualities and understanding them and receiving them, you're finding balance. You're finding the wisdom that you can take so that you're better prepared when you come to the table. And more importantly, you're taking your power back. You're shining your light, and you're shining the light on shadows, harvesting that strength from the moon energy and really utilizing your intuition to guide you. And again, I see two mystery, I don't know why I said that weird, mystery cards. So this is also a time, like I say, to really lead yourself in silence. Don't necessarily voice to others what you're doing, what your aspirations are, where you're going, what your plans are, because this is a time to embrace the unknown. Not only is there a polarity within it, but following that intuition really allows Spirit to say, okay, this is what you asked for. We've put these opportunities in line. We're being specific with how we're talking to the universe. And that allows us to come into a place of balance, come into a place of order with the universe, to truly have the universe put opportunities in our way that brings back, that circles us back to what's truly meant for us. So that again, nothing can ever be taken from you when it's truly meant for you, when you stand in your power. And this is High Priestess power. I am just saying. And if that resonates, by all means, please like, share, subscribe. Let's get this message out to as many Virgos as we can so we can all lift each other up on this channel, celebrate our successes, but more importantly, support each other in our time of need. Now, I do want to just pull a few spirit animal totems as well here. Spirit, what additional guidance do you have for us during this time? Especially, oh my goodness, that flew out. Especially when we've got some chaotic energies, some wounds that we really need to work through. Okay. Wow, 2 cats, interestingly enough. So, again, with the secrets, this is a time to move in silence, but more importantly, to see people, to shine the light on what was unseen, what was trying to be taken from you, from all the lies, to shine a light on yourself in your truth. Because as the Lynx, we are the keeper of secrets. This is where nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. And so now is the time to really keep that faith. Hold that in your stability. Hold that in your foundation. And keep it sacred, because you're seeing other people for who they are. And Spirit will show you. Spirit will bring light to things that were done in the dark. And so now is the time to really embrace that Lynx energy and stand in that High Priestess power, being aligned with Spirit. And with the Cougar, it's all about assertiveness. So again, in silence, I love the synchronicities in this. But in silence, you find your power. Now is the time to claim your leadership and to take action. You know where to go and what to do, and you have the courage and the confidence to succeed. Spirit is with you, and we are here with you on this channel as well. Now, if you do need a little pick-me-up, go ahead and check out the Honey Sea Star store. So all the designs are meant to uplift, empower, and inspire you along your day. And especially with this message, if you have been silenced, or if you have been bullied, know that we are here lifting you up and supporting you every step of the way that you shine in your truth on this channel. And so check out the designs. And if you don't see your power word, put it in the comments below. Let's design it together. If it helps you, it more than likely will help other people as well. So let's lift each other up through sharing your power word as well. Let's design something with it. Get it out on the Honey Sea Star store so that we can share that strength with the world as well. Now, I did just want to pull the major arcana here as well. For any type of music therapy during this time, the G sharp is really going to help you with music improv, with opening and aligning those chakras, particularly when it comes with your third eye alignment with the divine. Purples, indigos will also remind you of just how powerful you are as the High Priestess, just how strong you are when you embrace that balance of the dualities, when you can take that wisdom, when you can bring order to chaos through reflection, but also to find your vitality in the fact that you are claiming your power back. No longer are you giving people an opportunity to take from you. You instead are teaching them win-win solutions, what it looks like, what true leadership looks like. And like I say, if that resonates by all means, like, share, subscribe, but also share your story, share your thoughts in the comments below, or even just put a heart in the comments below, because truly this message is meant for somebody that is truly has conquered so much, where they were torn down, they saved themselves. And this is the story where the High Priestess, how I would put it is, it's like the princess and the pea. The deceptors are the peas, right? They've tried to make you uncomfortable. They've tried to silence you, and instead you just lifted up this mattress and you just cleaned house a little bit, right? That ain't nothing. What they're doing doesn't even faze you when you have your power. Just saying. And so I truly hope this message helps. I am sending all my love and light to each and every one of you. Take care, and I will see you